sub that we test will be the doWork sub for the class of schedule DCN step 48ij. Your doWork will be a public module. So how do you write a unit test, or so-called unit test, is use the PWC adapted test project, and for this class we run all the unit tests from the scheduled DCN test. So in this class, what you need to do is you just need to write another method to access the function, and this will be test method and public void, you can call it step 48ij test, and you can follow the example that we have above here. Just change this to the correct class, step 48ij, and you can pass in the similar default settings. Okay, let's fix this connect. So the DCN that you want to test will be taken from your SQL server. While it loads, we'll just use this 0144 DCN and just call the doWork. So just double check the doWork actually goes to the correct class doWork, and there you have done setting up the unit test. Let's go back to the schedule DCN test. So put a breakpoint over here, anyway, before the doWork, and just right click it and select debug test, because you want to step through the codes. Okay, you can't do this locally because of the connect XTCM is going to take a very long time. So what you need to do is, once you have created your tests, you need to make sure that you are checking in, you have checked in into the TFS. Right, so make sure this one you check in. I've already checked in the changes, so I won't check in again. So what you do is, once you check in, you go to the remote desktop to your server which you have Visual Studio installed. So for this case, I think you have it for devs, devw, and devf as well. So I'm just going to use devf. Let's just log into the devs here while waiting for the remote desktop. Well, this is a bit slow. Okay, while waiting for that, we go to our devf and start Visual Studio from there. This is also again quite slow. Okay, this is connected. Okay, so launch your Visual Studio from in the server. Make sure you can access your TFS from there and get the latest codes from there. You can open the solution from the Source Control Explorer. So make sure that you are getting the latest version from the server to effectively get what you have checked in. In this case will be PWC and PWC adapter, and just get the latest version to ensure that your changes are captured. Right, so it's here. So it's the same, just go to your schedule DCN test, look for the sub you have created, and just right click to run the debug test with the breakpoint there, of course. And that's it. This is how you set up your test. And so when it runs, you can step into your code. Let's just say that we are running this. Okay, so once you reach there, just step to F11 and step through your code. Of course, you want to see what goes on here. Let's go F11 and check out what is being executed. and you can just step through the code whether it's working or not. So if need to process is false, let's say I want to force it to process, I'll drag it to my execution code and set the default, and then step into this and see how it is inserted, and so forth. So that's how you do debug. And end of video.